Alright, I think after everything, I have finally managed to get this properly started. So, hello everyone. I'm going to be talking a little quietly, obviously, because things are not, I'm kind of in the middle of the night here, and, as you can tell, I'm not, I don't have the best mic and everything, so I don't even know if anybody's going to watch this, but yeah, I feel like it's past time to do this. So here we are. Um, Hello, everybody. I am Zach Kings, and I am going to be talking a bit about myself, my life, and so on. Hopefully, this will not be a boring stream or a repetitive stream, but I guess we will find out now, won't we? Life is difficult, and going through the things that I have had to go through makes it even more so. But I'm glad to talk to you guys, and I'm glad to be here if anybody ends up showing up. So that's something, I suppose. Hmm. So, for those of you who are wondering, I am currently going for the calcified acorn. I've I've been sailing for a while, but I've kind of gotten sick of I mean, not sick of it per se. It just kind of got burned out on it a tad. So I'm at 95 at the moment, and I'm hoping that at some point I'll be getting to 99, but I did have to stop and just focus on finishing up this because I've always liked agility. I'm almost at 35 million agility XP, so there you go. I think maybe I'll show this stream to my clanmates, see if anybody wants to talk to me, and we will find out. Let's see here. Show off, event discussion. Wow. Hope this isn't too boring. Just make sure I got the right link. And yep, looks like I did. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not sure whether to put this in general, IRL, yada yada yada. Probably just general. All right, let's go ahead and keep this in one corner. Let me see if I do this. Is that going to screw up my screen? We will find out here. And things are a bit quiet right now, as I'm sure you can tell, but we'll find out. See if anybody feels like watching me or listening to what I have to say. Yeah, that's kind of awkward, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna full screen it again. Just keep an eye out on OBS in the corner here. See if anybody's talking or if anyone's saying anything. And if not, that's fine. So, um, life. Life is kind of rough. Has been for a while now. Not really something that I can, I mean, I'm sure some of my clanmates, if anybody happens to be watching this, are aware. I've been homeless, been kind of struggling with my life and getting things back on track. Here, I'm going to go ahead and close that so, I don't want to show my chat or, you know, bring up anything there because I don't want to, like, live stream anybody without their consent. But yeah, for the past year or so, I have been homeless. And at the moment, although my life is turning around, things are not where they should be for a variety of reasons. And I've struggled a bit with turning things around because I've been unable to find employment despite my best efforts. And part of me blames myself because of my mistakes and my past actions. Um, Part of me blames the current economic system, but mostly I blame myself because ultimately I have to take responsibility for my own actions, and everything that's been happening over the past year has made that kind of. I have taken responsibility for everything that I've done because I made some very poor decisions and choices over the past year. Let's just say that. But things are where they are right now. You know what? It's a little bit too late for this. I think I'm just going to go ahead and talk about what I feel, what I think about sailing, what I think about the current system, whether or not I think things are better, worse than they were. Overall, I think sailing has integrated into the game pretty well. I will say it's a little bit frustrating to have like a couple of the seas not available on launch, but also I understand why they did that because they want to leave the rest of them open for later expansion. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of cargo tasks. I think probably we could have made them a bit more generous with XP and especially with money. I've seen people getting like up to 100 or 200k per hour with cargo tasks, so maybe they're fine XP wise, but they're definitely not very rewarding, especially when you consider like the sheer amount of traveling you have to do with them. It feels like cargo tasks are just not where they should be in terms of reward. Now, when it comes to cargo tasks, I think there are a couple of like obvious routes that are restricted for war reasons, and I'm sure people have caught up on this before, but you cannot ship back and forth between Lunar Isle and the Fremennik area. And that is obviously because the Fremeniks and the Moon Clan hate each other. Now, while this is understandable, um, it makes it hard to string tasks together in the quote unquote high level area because going from Lunar Isle to Prif is probably the easiest back and forth route you have. And you can't go back and forth between Lunar Isle and Piscator unless you manage to get two tasks from both of them on the same board. And while we have done that, it's not guaranteed because whether or not you know this, Lunar Isle tasks do reset every now and then. So, yeah, they reset once every 8 tasks. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and stop for now.